truth. No, you don't have to lie to me. Don't fill your head with things and think you're free. I can smell the fear, I think you made it clear. Yeah, I could be rude, be in a mood, I could be rotten. I could be cool, mind like a fool, but never forgotten. Creeping in the dark, waiting for you. You won't like what you see. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. I'll become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. I'll become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster. 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 Yeah, I feel like you can hold me back. Yeah, I'm coming for you. I'm not heater on you. No, I'm just telling you the facts. Oh, these chains can keep me down. Yeah. I can be rude, be in the mood, I can be rotten. I can be cool, mind like a fool, but never forgotten. Creeping in the dark, waiting for you. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. I'll become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. I'll become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a...
You don't believe in monsters, do you?
Of course not.
I do.
See me change into something darker. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. I'll become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams.
All right, yo, what is up, folks? All right, so sad news first. Bill's not here. But he's not ill. Bill is not ill. Make sure, let me know. You guys can hear me. If I'm too loud, let me know. You know me, guys. I'm like tech guy 3 of 3. Okay, I am bottom barrel tech guy here in CBC. Well, we got the stream set up. Bill pretty much, I mean, he set everything up. It's like he comes and puts the pyramid together, and I'm the guy that put the last Lego on top. That's where I'm at today. But let me know y'all can hear me. Bill is with his family, having a great family outing today down in the Nashville area, man. They're out there doing, he said they're about to go do an escapes game, man. So cheers, folks. Let's go. I got 2 drinks, water, bourbon, 4 roses. So do a little clink, 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 clink. Deb Smith, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Jerry Stallions. I'm surprised, and hey, what's going on, Kayla? I'm surprised, I couldn't tell anybody that Bill was going to be here because I know Bill's fans run this stream, all right? So I had to keep it under wraps, or else I would have had no viewers in here without my boy Bill. But what's going on, folks, man? It's freaking Christmas week. We don't have a major this weekend, man. We got one next weekend. The biggest is next weekend. But this weekend, just to get it out there, Clarksville Regional, okay? Saturday, doors open at 9, I believe. Full regional Saturday, Rich Ellen Park. If you need directions, hit my DMs, all right? Me and Bill will be there streaming the event live. CBC Stream Team will be out in full force at the Clarksville Regional this weekend, Saturday, December 23rd. It's a Christmas Eve regional. DJ Skipworth, Matt Norris, Zach Bierman, the COs around this area and helping parties will all be there for a great freaking day, man. So that's this Saturday. We'll be there streaming, so if you can't make it and you want to watch some cornhole, folks, you know where it'll be, right here, baby, CBC. All right, folks, let's get to the bread and butter tonight. We're going to do some winner's circle. We're going to get Jack's hacks. All right, we're going to find out where to stay in Beloit. We're not going to dive super deep, maybe next week, but we're going to give it to you if you guys are planning on going to Beloit, Wisconsin. And then we're going to get into some Family Feud stuff. We have a few topics, and we'll get into it. But let's get into the winner's circle, folks. We've got, see, I already messed it up. I already just clicked the wrong thing, folks. This is what you're going to get tonight. You're getting a B- tech guy in here. Bill says I don't even have basic computer skills, but look at me, folks. We're set up here in front of the computer. I'm doing absolutely terrible. Okay, winner's circle, folks. We got 13 people in here, and some of these are from Miggy's Regional about a week and a half ago. Got the photos now. Got to give those people credit. So first things first, Jay Longwell, man. Jay Longwell, our guy from New York, Buffalo area, takes down seniors at Miggy's full regional. Jay and Lynn, look at this. Jay and Lynn just running it, folks. Jay and Lynn, co-ed, take it down. Let's go. There we got Dan and Marty. Yep, Dan and Marty throwing CBC surges right there, folks. Let's get it. Looks like they took a second place. Yes, sir. Dan again. This is just Monday night, dude. Dan, 36 players at the Axe. Dan and Justin, the whole Elledge crew was out there, folks. It was awesome to see them again, just back. And they've been so busy with life and sports and who knows. I mean, the Elledges do so many things, man. Justin, he works for the sheriff's department, dude. He's freaking doing awesome. So it's great to see those people out there take a second place. Congrats to them. Oh, my girl Kim Simpson, man. She's throwing. They look like elixirs, folks. These are elixirs. Or this is an elixir design on a carbon, and she takes second place in women's. Congrats, Kim. Lynn, second place in seniors, I believe. I believe it could be women's too. Lynn's a beast. Throwing the CBC Phoenixes right there. That's my girl Lynn. Right here we've got second place co-ed Kim Simpson and my boy Curtis Amos. Curtis Amos, maybe, folks, own the most CBC bags out of any CBC supporter there is. My dog, Curtis Amos, shout out. Right here, we got my dog, Dalton Sheehy, and his partner take second in the blind draw, throwing some custom CBC Phoenixes. Love to see it. Right here, we got Scotty Ball, Hannah Ball. The Balls are back in their court, folks, and Scotty's traveling. He's playing, and he's podiuming. This isn't the only one you're going to see. Let me see the next one. Boom. Scotty Ball, Dustin Arrett, second place, CBC Impacts. Let's go. Give me another one. Scotty Ball, blind draw, CBC Impact, second place. This dude swept seconds over at the Kirksey Regional, man. He's freaking killing it. Scotty Ball again. Scotty, get out of here, man. Freaking crushing it. Third place here in a blind draw, man. And last but not least, Dalton Sheehy, third place in a blind draw as well. And those are also his custom CBC Phoenixes. What up, Rick? What up, Tyler Cox? What up, Dustin Thornton? What's going on, folks? Scotty Ball in the chat. Merry Christmas, folks. But that's, man, 13 people in the winner's circle this week, folks. Y'all are freaking killing it. Y'all are absolutely killing it, and we are proud of every single one of y'all. We are excited. We're locked and loaded for Owensboro. We're making bags every day, folks. Getting ready for Owensboro. We're going to have the stuff out there. We're going to have bags. We're going to have hoodies. We're going to have some promotional deals that will only be available at the Owensboro Super Major. We're going to be streaming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, folks. We're locking in. We'll be there Wednesday night. All right? We're staying in an Airbnb. We got the CBC Airbnb kicking off, and that should be a great time. But speaking of places to stay, we'll move into Jack's hacks real quick, folks, and we'll see what's going on, what Jack's got for Beloit. All right, Jack's little intro, man. I don't ever get tired of that mouse, that little freaking mouse making the noise. The noise is a little bit scary, but it's all good. So Jack's hack for Beloit, Wisconsin is the Super 8. So forget anything you might have thought when you drive by a Super 8. Well, who might stay there? Not always the worst characters, unless you might categorize Jack Harcrow as a bottom tier character. I wouldn't say so. I think Jack's a good guy. He gives us hacks. He's trying to help everybody out. He messaged me. What did he say? $85 a night, folks. 7.5 rating on Booking.com. I'm telling you right now, I would book that all day long. All day long, I'm booking 7.5 on Booking for $85 a night. That is an absolute steal for the Beloit, Wisconsin Major. And something about the Beloit, Wisconsin Major, I've never been up that way, and we're not going up there this year. It's the weekend after Owensboro and the weekend before Knoxville. I mean, if you guys didn't know, January to February is about to get wild for CBC and really anybody in this area. Dylan Burris, what's up, brother? And because we go Owensboro, and then 2 weeks later, I believe, we go Knoxville. Might be 3 weeks later, but I mean, it's right there. And then 2 weeks after that is the Clarksville Major. So we are locked and loaded and ready to lock in for every single major coming our way. We will be streaming all 3 of those majors. Owensboro, we will also have the ACO team accompanying us. 2 streams there, folks. Knoxville, we will be standalone. And Clarksville, we will be standalone stream team. So come say hi. We'll have booths at every single one of these majors. All the best bags you freaking want. Come try them out. We'll have a broken-in set of at least one of everything, unless somebody offers us a good deal, man. If somebody comes up and goes, I'll buy the broken-in set for $120 right now, folks, you're not feeling a broken-in set again. All right, that's all I got to say about that. All right, so Super 8, Motel, Hotel, Holiday Inn, Jack Harcrow's hacks, the Harcrow hacks, the Jack's hacks. That's Beloit, folks. I don't have the reviews for you today, but we're going to get them. We're going to get them. We'll talk about them next week. You got about 3 weeks until this happens. So if we talk about it next week, you'll have about 2 weeks. All right, folks? So with that, we'll move into Family Feud. There's a few things that were commented on and a few things I'd like to talk about. If you have anything you'd like to talk about in Family Feud, put it in the chat. We'll talk about it. Any controversial cornhole topic, or I actually have one I got a phone call about today. I had a nice conversation about it, and it's a good one because it's more of maybe some people are uninformed or overlooking something, and I always like to get that kind of information out there. So real quick, we'll do the Family Feud intro, and then we'll talk. I don't know why this is here, folks. This is not good. This shouldn't be here. Bingo. Now it's gone. Look at that, guys. I'm not even bad at this tech stuff, man. I'm not even that bad at it. I just click the button, gone. And I'm tech guy 3 of 3, okay? What up, Chase Puckett? What up, Rudy? What's up, brother? Dylan, no Bill tonight, man. He's spending some time with the fam. They're out in Nashville. They're in an escape room right now, so, I mean, there's a possibility Bill never comes back, to be honest with you. We don't even know. Maybe he never escapes. If I was to put my money on who's going to get Bill and his family out of the escape room, it would be their son, Liam. Liam, he's like 10 years old. He's smarter than me, folks. He would have had that already figured out. All the issues I've had so far tonight, Liam, they wouldn't even have been a factor for him. He's a freaking animal. But that's where they're at. So just so y'all know. All right. So first Family Feud topic I want to talk about, and this was sent to me in the DM, so we're not going to disclose the person, we're not going to disclose the area, but I'm just going to talk about it because maybe this is something that some people and some COs and some players may not be fully informed about. So what I got was that players were playing in regionals without memberships. No membership at all. And as most of y'all should know, there is a $20 membership where you're able to play in all the tournaments. You don't earn points, I don't believe, or maybe you earn points but don't earn money. One of those, I believe. We got the usual Rick, the freaking 4 Roses. This bottle, this is the small one, I think. I'm just even smaller of a person. But we got the 4 Roses out here, Rick. It's the go-to, you know. I'm over here in the CBC lounge on my own, so I'm just splurging it up. What up, Bill Borgens? What's up, brother? Points but no money. Thanks, Eric. Perfect. So, but there are players playing with no membership at all in at least 1 or 2 areas that this person disclosed to me. And this person's concern with it is those people are stealing points away from players that are chasing points. Valid concern. So if you're a CO and you're out there, I know I spoke to this person on the phone. I'm not a CO this year, and this is the first year where somebody, has to have a membership to play at all. It used to kind of be the CO's discretion, or there was like a free membership. This year, you have to pay to play. $20 for the whole year is absolutely absurd, And, absurd to not pay is what I'm saying. I mean, that's nothing, all right? Even the $50 to play a whole season of something compared to a bowling team or a poker league or a softball league, all those that I know of are way more expensive than $50. Even playing in the ACL, I think even the bottom level is more expensive than that, and you get absolutely nothing for it. $50 to play, folks. Earn all the points, earn all the money, get your foot in the door. Don't go, well, I'm not good enough to spend that much money this year. Yes, you are. You can frickin' do it, okay? But anyways, as a CO, when you check people in, there is a check mark or an exclamation point that lets you know if this person has a membership or not. So I don't know, and this person assumed that maybe the CO was overlooking it, right? Was these people are friends with the CO or other COs, and they didn't want to cause a fuss. And I think this is something we see a lot that the certified officials have to handle, is the friend to authority balance, right? When you sign up to be a CO, in my opinion, your authority has to outweigh your friendship, right? If you see something going wrong at the tournaments that's against the rules, that is supposed to be decided by you as the CO, like I said, like somebody not having membership and playing. I mean, you just have to be point blank. Even if this person is your best friend, they're in town for 1 week, this is their only tournament. Hey, brother, you either can't play tonight or you got to fork out 20 extra bucks. This is how it works. This is my job. It's black and white. It's in ink. It's on paper. It's a done deal. So, as much as this isn't a feud, it's more of information that if people are playing in tournaments, regionals, and they don't have a membership, I would first approach the CO and go, hey, I saw so-and-so does not have a membership, and if the CO goes, oh yeah, well, they're only here in town for a week or whatever their excuse is, oh, that's my buddy, he doesn't really play ACO anymore, but so I'm going to let him play tonight. As the person, you have to be able to look at that CO and go, hey, you're doing the wrong thing. And I'm not saying go report them or anything like that, but you need to let that CO know that somebody knows you're doing the wrong thing here, big dog. You didn't take an oath, right? But you signed the paperwork, you paid the money to be a certified official for the sport. You need to uphold the rules. This is my opinion on it, right, folks? You guys know how I am. I'm fairly hard-lined when it comes to rules, especially when you volunteered to be a standard of the rules. This is point blank to me. It wasn't, hey, you have to be the CO, so you have to follow these rules. The player's guide is given to you. The CO's guide is given to you. Everything is outlined. If you decided not to read it, I mean, that is your own purview. That's Bill's word. He's going to like that. But you need to enforce the rules. DJ says CO's got an email and a nasty gram about it, so we know. Right. Yeah. Eric, I bought a membership for a junior to be able to play. I love that. And maybe as a CO, that maybe you need to look into doing stuff like that if you have to. If you've got players that you really want to play, they don't have $20, which, let's be honest, folks, $20 is 2 blind draws. $20 is 4 beers. $20 is a lot of things that other people are spending their money on. So for somebody to say, I don't have the $20 right now, you should be working. Yeah, like go out there, go do some leaf removal at somebody's house, because $20, you can make it happen if you want to, right, folks? This is all about if you want to. But that's where I'm at with that, folks. As a CO, if you're out there doing something dirty, and if you're doing something dirty, almost everybody that's a CO, I've had an issue where I knew a CO was doing something that was a little scandalous. I kind of went around it. I kind of ambushed it in a way that was like, I'm not going to say straight directly to you, I know exactly what you're doing, but I did enough research. I did some Cornhole creep in, I did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and go, hey, what's going on here? How are you doing this? And they go, call me. I talked to them. We had a great conversation. What was going on stopped. I still have a great relationship with that person. I don't feel like that person's a bad person. I didn't lose respect for that person. They fixed the issue right there on the spot. But that person already knew, what that person was doing wrong, So if you're a CO, you signed up to hold the standard of the ACO rules, okay? And to me, there's no gray areas. Most of the time, there's no gray areas. If you want to talk about scoring, if you want to talk about stepping over the line, hey, that the players have to call that. That's true. It's in the rule book. So as a CO, lay down the law, all right? Make sure the rules are followed. It's your job. People will respect it. I promise you. There's going to be some people that go, oh, that guy, he wouldn't let me play because I didn't have a membership. I only played one time. That's the rules, buddy. That's the rules. Grab your bags, drive home. That's it. All right, Kevin says, I'll be kicking off our first regional here in Roswell, New Mexico. Man, Kevin, he plays with aliens, so I don't know, Kevin, how good are the aliens, dude? Because if you're in Roswell, New Mexico, we all know about Roswell, okay? But that's where I'm at with that, folks. I don't really have a lot more to say on that. My big thing is just the COs need to uphold the standard and need to follow the rules. That's really it. So let's get to some of the stuff that was commented. I'm going to have to phone search for you guys for a little bit. I don't have Bill to fill in my space right now. But there were some good comments that I liked. And I know one was from DJ Skipworth. He's here in the chat. Score Magic. Okay, we're going to talk about Score Magic, which I'll talk about in a second. Should you use it at blind draws or use basic scoring or select optional? So, I love Score Magic for everyone. I love it for tracking stats. I think it's a great thing for the sport. I don't see the negativity in it. The only time I see people be negative about Score Magic is if they're a really good player and they're playing bad in a blind draw, right? Or they get a bad partner, so they decide to not throw good, and they don't want their overall PPR to reflect that. That's a you problem as an individual. You should be out there. If you have a bad partner or if you're having a bad day, it's time to put in the work. But the stats I think should be there all the time. They're there to help you grow. And if I was to look at something, you guys know I'm a runner, right? I have bad days, man. I have bad running days. I had a bad race a couple weeks ago. What did I have to do? I had to look and reflect. Why did I have a bad race? And people should be able to do that in Cornhole as well. If I had a bad day or a bad tournament, let me look back. Let me look at my PPRs. Let me look at my rounds. Let me watch a live video that I might have taken of myself or been streamed and go, okay, I can see, here I'm not fully releasing. You know what I mean? Or I'm taking a couple more extra unnecessary risks, and that's why my PPR is lowering. I would agree with PPRs and Score Magic being used as much as humanly possible. I really think that it's a great thing for the sport. What Ben is doing at Scoreholio is amazing. He's the owner of Scoreholio, folks. I would use Scoreholio or Score Magic as much as possible. I remember when I was playing a lot, and even now, you see people that are brand new players, and they go from a 4 PPR to a 5 PPR. These people are stoked. They're like, I can't wait till I get to 8. And I'm like, hey, dude, just wait. When you get to 8, you're just going to want to get to 9. Like, we all know it's a never-ending chase on the PPR. But I think it's important to have that because it sets you your own goals. I mean, Scoreholio, they just did this own thing. You can go to your profile right now, and you can look at your stats from last year compared to this year. How cool is that, guys? It's like a year-end wrap-up. They do it for all sorts of things. Spotify, my running app does it. I don't know. All sorts of apps do it. And I think it's great. And so DJ says they're worried more about SPR. I don't understand the hype around SPR, folks. Is it cool to look at sometimes? I guess, but it doesn't. We all know it doesn't mean anything. There's been people in the 80s that lose to 60s. There's been people, that are in the 80s that are, you're like, why is this guy in the freaking 80s? The SPR is not, it's relative to your area, usually, right? That's what I've found with SPR. There's a lot of people in the 80s on the West Coast, and then their PPRs are like 8.5s, 8.6s. We all know around, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, 8.5s aren't getting you an 80 SPR. That's just the facts of it. But in New York, Jay's a great example. And Jay, I'm not hating, but Jay knows that Scoreholio player rating. That's what it stands for, Jacob. And it's just a Scoreholio based thing, and it gives you points based on how much you win and by your opponent and all these sorts of things. Let me read some comments here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so far behind. On comments. Usually we can read up. Okay. I'm only gonna read relevant stuff, folks, and don't think that I don't think you're not relevant. But club stats, good point. Miles McClendon in here. What's up, brother? Yeah, super cool. I've gotten so much better. I agree, Kayla. What's the topic? We're just talking score magic. If we should use it pretty much at all tournaments or just the tournaments that I guess it's sanctioned out, like majors. You have to, regionals. You have to right now. Use score magic or basic scoring in non-ACO events. Yep, that is the topic. Good call, DJ. Your score drops after 120 days. So for me, I've just hit my first 120 days and my PPR is coming up. Nice, Alan. Alan, you the man, dude. Okay, what up, Parker? What's up, brother? But I don't understand the hype around SPR, folks, and you're not gonna get me behind it because I've been over 70, and right now I'm like low 60s. Okay, but I've also been lower 60s and playing really, really well, and I've been in the 70s and playing not that well, folks. So I do think I like what Kayla said. It's all about DPR. Differential points per round, absolutely a better stat than your PPR. I mean, there's a lot of players in this chat. You guys know that a fast bag person, somebody that runs bag down the middle, is going to have a way higher PPR than somebody that's going to set blockers and roll and play a dirty game. It doesn't mean that, let's say the fast bag player has a 9.9 PPR and this other player, let's say their SPRs are the same. They're both 75. And the PPR of the rollback player is an 8.5, but the DPR is like a 1.2, and the DPR of the fastbag player is like a 0.4, right? Really, this player over here, the rollback player, and the block and roll guy, he's actually manufacturing more points per round than the fastbag player, which might have something to say about the fastbag player. We watch Gary Bearpaw, we watch Mick Hoaxang, Rick's brother who's in here. We watch them; they'll run 30 rounds. 40 rounds, and they'll run 10 PPRs for an hour, folks. And then you'll see the carpet players, and they'll run an 8.6 against another great player, an 8.6 PPR. Game will be over in 10 rounds because they're manufacturing points off of something different. Rather than trying to wear their opponent out or wait until they miss, they're going to do things that force their opponent into tough shots. It also forces them into tough shots. This is why we see the PPRs be so low. But we're also seeing a lot bigger swings in points per round. We're seeing, 7 on 3s because the roll bags are missing, or the airmails are missing, or the bar soaps are missing. And we're seeing 9 on 4s for the same reasons, where in a match of two fastbag players with high PPRs, we're seeing a lot of where the scores are reflective on 12 on 10s, right? 10 on 9s, and everything stays pretty high. Less points scored per round most of the time. So PPR is relevant. 100% it's relevant. SPR is not relevant at all, except maybe in your area and maybe for your ego. I got an 80 SPR. I mean, I just don't care. And that I'm not trying to be mean about it, but I just don't care about your SPR. I respect your PPR. I respect your DPR. What I would respect the most is your win percentage, especially if you're a player who plays in blind draws. You go out there, you don't care who your partner is, you have a good attitude, and you play your best all the time. Those are the players that I respect the most. And I'm a big stats guy, and I really think that you should be out there working for good stats all the time. But just because you have a good partner, you shouldn't be throwing games away, and you shouldn't be discouraged with what's going on. This is Cornhole, folks. We're here to grow the sport. I'm going to say it week in and week out. I'm telling you right now, be nice to everybody. Gosh dang it. Yeah, we can replug that, DJ. That's fine. But there is a regional in Clarksville, folks, on Saturday. Okay? There is a regional here, full regional. Doors open at 9, Rich Ellen Park. Message me if you need the address. Message DJ Skipworth. Message Matthew Norris. Message Zachary Bierman. It'll also be on their Facebook page, the Cornslinger Family Facebook page, DJ's Facebook page, all that good stuff. Alan Ballard, in my opinion, you should have multiple shots in your arsenal, not just run bags in the hole. And Alan, that has to be your personal opinion, because we are seeing people win doing it both ways. Jack Harcrow, I'll say it again, players only 50, only worry about 21 and CPR. Oh, Jack, always coming in with the freaking zingers, dude. I love it. But that's true. I mean, I'm telling you, you get fast players. I mean, fast bag players will run bags on you all day. And I'm telling you right now, what the best thing a fast bag player does, and Jack's talking mainly about seniors, which tends to be pretty true. It's usually older players that run bags for you all day. I think they frustrate the younger players. Younger players throwing a block, older players throwing an airmail, and then the younger player misses a roll and it's off to the side. It gives a bumper to this older player with the fastest bags you've ever seen in the world, like an 8-10 or a freaking a 9-12. I don't even know who makes these bags. We don't. And they'll go up, they'll bumper, they'll come in the backside of the hole, do 3 toilet bowls and go in. Do this. You see this kid over here, he's 17. He's throwing 16 roll bags in a row, but he's missed 2, and now he's just fired up because this fast bag player he's just slipping and slopping around the hole. We might miss it a little bit, but it just droops around. I find it hilarious. But I agree with you, Alan, that you need multiple bags in your arsenal. But at the same time, we are watching people win with the basics over and over and over again. Like I said, Gary Bearpaw, Matt Guy, Mark Richards even. Mark Richards runs bags. He might have some pushes. He's got a great airmail. But for the most part, down the middle. I mean, it's just... There is no best style to this game. And I think that's why we all love it so much, is because you could watch people win with multiple different styles. We have 12, 11 different series of bags. If there was one way that the game is supposed to be played the best, we'd have 1 or 2 series of bags. Everybody would love them. Everybody would throw the same crap, and every game would look the same exact as it possibly as the player next to them. But we don't see that. We see different players, different ages, and they're playing differently. It's awesome. I love it. I love this aspect of the sport, and I love those matchups. I love watching a fast bag player play a carpet bag player. And what I love the most about it is almost all the time people are going to say, this is going to be a hard matchup for the fast bag player, right? That's what people say. This is going to be a hard matchup for the fast bag player because they're going to put blocks down. 9 times out of 10, that fast bag player has a dirty airmail game. And almost all the time. And Mick Hoaxang, Gary Bearpaw, TJ Miller even, which TJ can flop a little bit, but let's be honest, TJ runs bags, pushes bags, and shoots a nasty freaking airmail. And I love all of them. I love all the styles. Is it more exciting to see somebody roll the bag, push the bag, cut the bag? Sure, but it's just as impressive. T-Bone Dawson, good call, Bill. Yeah, T-Bone, man. I played T-Bone 2 years ago. Bill, he put it on my forehead. I think he threw 34 of 36. I scored 2. Could have scored 4, I guess. He was throwing those old psychos. Bill, if you remember those black psychos that T-Bone used to throw, dude, he's a dog with those things, man. But all right, folks, we went from score magic all the way into fast bags, roll bags, all sorts of things. What else we got here? TJ was working roll bag with the hybrids this past weekend. I don't even like TJ throwing hybrids. He rolls and flops Valors that have an 8 slow side, I believe. I believe it's an 8 slow side, and he flops them and rolls them if he wants to. The guy's already one of the best and most aggressive in the game. I really like him playing with Valors, man. I've watched him play with him for 2 or 3 years. He plays super well. I wouldn't change anything. If it ain't fixed, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it, folks. You know what I mean? That's what they say. Alan says, I made a guy really mad by putting blocks on him and then pushing my bags in. He didn't have an airmail game. He called me a dirty player. I just smiled. I don't know why you'd get frustrated. You're playing the game well. I don't know. I'd be like, hey, good blocks, dude. That's where I'd be at. But I don't know. I wouldn't worry about people getting frustrated if you're a blocker. I know people get frustrated with Bill now because Bill's laying great level 1 and level 2 blockers, and then he's rolling 2 bags and trying to clean up. Sometimes he makes it happen, sometimes he doesn't. But Bill's a good player, folks. I'm telling you right now, give Bill a couple years. If he keeps practicing like he is, Bill's going to be up there. He's going to be freaking up there. I'm proud of him. All right, let's do another one. We got Matt Arseneau commented on the post. He said, pro team series at certain major events. Top pros draft other pros into teams for match play. Could do a season format and then playoffs at Worlds at the end. I like the idea. We see it happen in the ACL a little bit, right? We see some people, they have their teams that travel around and do that kind of thing. I don't know if there's enough time or resources. We're now looking at implementing the Slider Cup into Worlds. I like the draft. I like the drafting thing. We've got 80 pros, so 8 team captains, and you've got 10 teams. It could happen. It could work. I think it's fun. I really paid attention to the ACL draft. I really like the way it panned out. I think it's a really cool concept. I don't know the payouts. I don't know exactly how the match play works. It's something that I'm a little unfamiliar with, to be honest with you. If you play like a certain amount of doubles, certain amount of singles, co-ed, women's, I really don't know a ton about it. I like the team matchup style, and it could be something to see like the Super Major, because I know at the Super Major in a couple weeks we do big blind draw and everything on Thursday, women's, co-ed, seniors, juniors, quads, and then Friday is doubles all day and another blind draw, I believe, and then Saturday all day singles. So there might be room for something like that in there, Matt. I don't hate it. Eric said, I loved watching Bill the other week at Miggy's tournament. Yeah, dude, Bill is playing really well, and he really didn't like the center court boards, to be honest. He said they were a little bit faster than the boards he played on to the left of him. But dude, Bill's roll bag is nasty. He's commandeered my bags. He really has. Oh, co-ed's on Saturday. Okay, folks. Okay, my bad. Bill's commandeered my bags at this point. So he throws the GOAT guy impacts. He loves them because he gave his impacts away to Brock Beasley. And you can't say Bill's not selfless. We were in Tupelo, man, and Brock threw him one down and bag. He had a nasty, he rolled over 2 bags that were stacked on top of each other. And he's like, dude, I need these. And I'm like, you got to talk to Bill. And Bill had 3 more cans of swing oil. He told Brock if he won his bracket, he could have the bags, and Brock wins his bracket, and then Bill gives him the bags. It was a fantastic story. Brock Beasley on fire, man. Can't wait to see him play in Owensboro. Can't wait to see all y'all in Owensboro, man. That's really all I got tonight, folks, for Family Feud. If you guys have a topic, you can put it in the chat. I'll check my messages real quick. Maybe somebody texted me something. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Chip Garrett messaged me about his bags. I've got them. We've got them, Chip. But man, folks, I'm really excited. This weekend, if you haven't heard yet, this Saturday, Clarksville Regional, full regional on Saturday, December 23rd, Rich Ellen Park. It's in, I don't know if it's technically Palmyra or not, but it's a really cool facility. I actually work there sometimes, maintain the baseball fields out there. And it's a really nice place. I run out there sometimes. But we'll have 7 sets of boards set up. Me and Bill will be streaming it, so come on out, pre-register. Let's go. Eric, did I miss the Slider Cup at Worlds discussion? We haven't dove super far into it, Eric, but you're right. Somebody did comment that $1,200. That was the one that I was missing because it was on like a share, which are the top 12 of the state represented. So Tennessee would have a team, and it'd be their top 12 pros. So, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know who that is, obviously. And if one isn't able to make it, I'm guessing you just fill that gap with the next one. It costs $100 a person. Number of matches, I don't think has been said. Like if it's 4 doubles matches per team and 3 singles matches per team. If you're getting somewhere between 5 and 8 matches, $100 is not a terrible deal, folks. I'm just saying, we pay $20 for the blind draw. That's one tournament. That's guaranteed 2 matches. That's it. So if you're getting a bunch of matches for the $1,200, I don't think it's a bad deal. I do think it's going to be really hard to get 12 people from any state there the Sunday prior to the whole Worlds week. I know that's technically the first day of Worlds. I don't know how many people go for the full week. I know I can't do it with time off. I just literally can't do it. So maybe you'll have some people drive up Sunday, play in that, and then drive back and then come back. I really have no idea. I can't take off the full week, folks. I like the idea of the Slider Cup. I like having teams. I like team events. $1,200, folks. If you're getting, I'm gonna say this, $1,200. If you're getting at least 6 matches guaranteed, $20 per match, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it if you're getting at least 6 matches guaranteed. I don't know what the format is. I have no idea. I haven't looked into this. So if anybody knows how many matches you're guaranteed, that'd be great information, because we could do the math. You know what I mean? If you're a player, you're paying $100 per player. I get X amount of matches. That's $12 a match. It's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal to play in something that's exclusive. Probably offer some jerseys. I know it's 50% payout, just like the blind draw or the co-ed or the women's. I know that the payout was a big deal last week. All these other tournaments besides singles and doubles pay out 50%. I'm really, the more of you that show up, the bigger the payout to win. So it's up to y'all. Like I said, I think it really boils down to when or how many matches you get to play. That's where I'm at with it. Jameson, do you know when the major is in Dalton, Georgia? I believe it is February 15th, 16th, right there. Somewhere right there. The week after Clarksville. And Clarksville is February 9 and 10. So that would make it 16, 17. February 16, 17. Eric, only 32 teams allowed. I know that, but let's think about it. Is there any way that 32 different states put together 12-person teams to be there on Sunday? I don't know. Is one state allowed to have 2 teams where it's their top 12 and then their 13 through 24? I don't know that either. But I don't think that there's any way that we get 32 states to sign up with 12 players there the Sunday prior to take a full week off. I don't know, though. I'd love to see it. I don't know. Are there states that could put together 2 teams? A state like Kentucky, right, that's right there, could do it probably. A state like Indiana, that's right there, could do it. A state like Tennessee, that's not that far away, might be able to put together 2 teams. But besides that, I don't think the 32 teams allowed is really an issue. I don't think anybody's jumping the gun like, hey, we might miss our spot. But that's just my opinion. Jameson, I don't think we're gonna be in Dalton. I don't think so. But I don't know. We're gonna have to talk to the people with more power. All right, folks. Y'all got anything else for me? It's been nice, man. I miss Bill. It's my boy, man. It's my boy. We'll get the sign-off thing going right here. Follow the YouTube, folks. Hey, the YouTube's got great content, man. It's got a bunch of shorts of Bill whooping my butt most of the time. We're about to start a new segment. I think I'm gonna start me and Bill giving like small cornhole tips, right? There's like 30-second to a minute-long videos of like the mental side of the sport and the game itself, and just kind of breaking some things down, just like little snippets for if you're a new player, maybe you're struggling with something that you haven't really thought about, and I think that happens a lot. And happy holidays. That's right. Thanks for reminding Rick. Happy holidays to everybody, man. My family's in town. My sister and my nephew just came into town yesterday. They came by and saw my goats today while I was at work. You know, they just hang out with the goats. I don't know what they're doing over there, man. But yeah, so happy holidays to everybody. But yeah, I think we're going to do some videos like that. Could be fun. But follow the YouTube folks, Cornslingers Bag Co. Follow the Facebook. If you need some bags, if you need some customs, you know, let us know. If not, man, we will see you guys in Owensboro, Super Major, January 3rd through the 7th, folks. I love y'all, man. This is CBC. Out.